Hello my friends, so I'm not really sure what kind of a name I gave to this video, but I'm pretty sure that it is clickbaity, even though I don't expect to get any views. But if you enjoy my content, I really hope that you will click on my other videos. You might find them interesting, who knows. But it's very weird to say that we must survive the No Nut November, because I'm one of those men who has always been saying, oh my god, I want to survive the No Nut November, oh my god, I will survive the No Nut November, but in the end, I have always failed. Thinking now, I learned about the existence of the No Nut November very recently. I mean, I learned about this challenge like 4 years ago or so, and when I learned about this challenge existing, I just laughed it off and I thought, hey man, I would never try this challenge, what's the point? And back then I was not on self-improvement. Yes, I was a porn addict, and you should definitely click on this video right here, somewhere up there. Yeah. If you are interested in my porn addiction history, trust me, it's very interesting. Spoiler alert, I've been watching porn since I was 9 years old, but I struggled to realize that this is actually a big deal until I finally got onto self-improvement journey, which happened like 2 years ago. I've been working on myself for like 1 year, 8 months, and I believe that I have built a pretty great body for a guy who has been only doing it for like 1 year and 8 months, right? I went from looking like this to looking like this, and even better these days. But self-improvement is not only about working on your body. I mean, if self-improvement was only about your physique, then everybody would be on trend, right? Everybody would be doing anabolic steroids, because that's exactly how you can look like a Greek god in a matter of like 2 years. And I'm not even kidding you. But I'm not on anabolic steroids because I don't want to ruin my health, and we only live a life like this once. I mean, you can disagree with me, you can say after we die we go to heaven, and I respect your beliefs. Even if you say we get reincarnated and we get a new life, nobody knows what actually happens when you die, and I'm pretty sure that it's safe to assume that the life you are living right now, you will never get to repeat it, even if you go to heaven, even if you go to hell, even if you are reborn as a new person, you will never live your life like you do right now. So you have to make the best out of it. That should be a perfect motivation for you to seek self-improvement, because the more effort you put into yourself, the more other people will be attracted to you, and self-improvement has as much to do with your mental health as it has to do with your physical health and the way your body looks. You know, it's about improving every single aspect of your life. And I feel like the thing that the majority of people, especially men, struggle with is pornography and masturbation. I feel like these are two very common addictions, and especially in young men, you know, this generation is incredibly reliant on these two addictions. And what's crazy is that I don't think that pornography addiction is actually recognized by the World Health Organization. So many people watch porn like, let's say, 3 times a day, they beat their meat, and they don't even realize that it's an actual addiction and it is actually ruining their lives, you know? And especially people who are not on self-improvement, people who choose to skip the gym, people who choose to eat like shit, those people, you can also say that most of them are virgin. Those people, especially men, they watch pornography so much that it literally fucks with their brain, you know, and they do not even think about approaching a real woman. And I'm not saying that you should go and approach women. I understand that it's very hard to do so. I'm not one of those guys who goes and just approaches women. I'm one of those introverted guys. I understand that I have to somehow get over it, and I think that there will be a point in my self-improvement journey when I will be confident enough to approach women. But what I'm saying is that, at least in my mind, I'm thinking, whoa, I need to talk to girls, right? And that has motivated me to go onto the internet, you know, Omegle, Ometv, these stranger meeting websites where you can meet people from all over the world. And because I'm a guy who is into Asian ladies, I've been talking to Asian girls a lot over there, and I actually managed to go to Asia and get some pussy. I managed to fuck some Asian girls, you know? And from my experience, I learned that my pornography addiction actually hindered the sexual experience I've had. And from the things that I've read on the internet, especially Reddit, many people are saying the same things. Especially those of you who've been edging for a while, you know, I understand why you like to edge, because what's the point of beating your meat for like 1 minute or less and then ejaculating? What's the point of that? It's not pleasurable, right? Edging is a much more pleasurable experience, but from what I have noticed and from what I have read on the internet, if you are edging a lot, well, it might A, make your penis much less sensitive to women, which means that it will not even get hard when you are about to have sex with a woman, or B, what actually happened to me is that you will be able to get hard, but you will struggle to finish. You know what I mean? You will struggle to ejaculate with a woman, and it is a very realistic scenario that you might be thinking about some of your favorite porn actresses in the middle of having real sex. And I do believe that many of you who watch this video, if any of you is watching this video, I don't know how many of you are watching this video, many of you are virgins. And I know that virgins, you know, they don't want to be virgin for life, except if you are like very, very religious and you're thinking, oh my god, I'm gonna be celibate, I'm gonna be virgin for life, I'm not gonna have any partner. It's up to you. Like I told you before, you only live a life like that once. Don't let anybody tell you how to live. But most virgins, they do not want to be virgins anymore, right? You want to have that one partner who will make you happy, you can make her happy, right? But pornography and your secret addictions are holding you back, believe it or no. And this is a month, November is a month when you can test if it is a real addiction, if you are really addicted to it, or if you think you are addicted, but you are not really addicted. Or if you think that you are not addicted, but you are really addicted. I mean, if you can survive 30 days that this month has, congratulations, man, you have finished this challenge. And the thing is that you've been doing it all for yourself. Nobody cares if you finished this challenge, right? Nobody tells you to finish this challenge. You don't have to finish this challenge. Hell, you can go right now, open Pornhub and masturbate. Nobody will say anything, you know, you can do it. But how will you feel afterwards? That's the question. Do you feel happy after you ejaculate? Or would you like some real connections? And I'm speaking as a man who hasn't finished this challenge. Like I told you before, I have discovered No Nut November like 4 years ago. I was not even on self-improvement whatsoever. Last year, I attempted the No Nut November challenge for the first time in my life. Funny thing was that it was the final day of October, and I was beating my meat intensively at like 11:55 p.m., right? I was trying to ejaculate right before the November. I was just enjoying my final minutes of October, you know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, man, finally, I'm gonna do this challenge. I'm gonna pass it, you know. I'm gonna survive 30 days without touching myself. Guess what? It was very hard in the beginning, but it got even harder later. Just like my cock got harder later. And I only survived 6 days last year. I only survived 6 days. It's crazy, but it's progress, right? You can say, oh my god, you're a weak man, you can't survive. It is progress for me, because I'm not used to stopping and ejaculating for 6 days. That's almost a week, and it is a progress for me. So even though at first I was a little bit disappointed in my ability to fuck this challenge up, but I realized that it is still progress for me. I mean, ever since I got addicted to watching pornography, I got addicted to watching pornography maybe when I was like 10 years old or something. I told you before, I discovered it when I was 9. So ever since I got addicted to it, the longest I have survived without it was like 4 weeks, when I was forced not to touch myself because I had a surgery related to my penis, right? So doctors told me not to touch myself for 4 to 6 weeks, and I only survived for 4 weeks without touching myself. So that was the lower end of the recommendations that I got from the doctors. But I'm gonna try this challenge this year, and I'm not telling anybody that I'm gonna survive, but I'm not holding any negative emotions in me. Hell, the first day is very difficult. Like, the idea of making this video actually makes me horny, because I'm thinking, instead of recording this video, you know, putting myself through this, like, I can watch porn and masturbate right now, and I want to do it so bad. I literally opened the porn website before recording this video, but I closed it and I was like, fuck it, man, I need some discipline, you know what I mean? I need some discipline. And I'm not alone who is attempting this challenge in my friends circle. My brother is doing it too, you know? And actually, if I win this year, if I survive for 30 days, then my brother will give me 20 euros. And if I fail, I will have to read five chapters from the Bible. And I'm not really Christian, you know, and I don't like reading, but I feel like either way, it is a win for me. Well, I'm attempting to do something positive for myself, right? And I don't really want his 20 euro. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really want that. I mean, I have a job, I make my money, and I'm happy with that. But if I win, that's a mental win for me, because I haven't survived for so long. But what I really don't want is to read the Bible. But sometimes the best things in your life are the things that you don't want to do. Like, there are literally people who hate going to the gym and working out hard, especially training their legs, but in the end they want good results. And I mean, man, how do you expect to grow those legs if you don't train them? You know what I mean? The same is with this thing. Maybe reading 5 chapters from the Bible will open my eyes and I will discover something that, you know, I've been needing for most of my life. Who knows? Who knows? I'm very open to it. I really respect religions. But I'm just saying that, well, it's November. Good luck, boys. Remember, life is tough but rewarding. See you later.